How do you find your team?
I was trying to propose my points on the bitcoin.org. At that time, which sparked a discussion that it's a mail at a lot of blockchain developers and worked together in the Bitcoin. A white paper to start the developer community and realized the idea behind Bitcoin, and afterward the community snowballed.
Many people consider that power consumes a lot of power and even build a lot of power stations, so that the consumption of the energy will far exceed our production capacity.
Power is an algorithm that the strong ones have the win, and might makes right where people ready to consume the most resources to control the World Web. The competition requires years of investment in energy, which inevitably leads to mining pool depots. On the other hand, if someone wanted to discount the fact they had to reach 111 nodes at the same time, and these roads were ranked randomly by the system, which made it as low as possible for the strike to succeed. The post still provided the booking according to the rules, and the information about the books in public, and these nodes could change the rules because there are thousands of full mates. They need to verify transactions about times.
Vitalik Buterin is leading major operating changes on Ethereum. What do you think of this improvement? At this moment, they plan to use Casper to solve existing problems. Do you think it's good?
Casper's impact is based on consensus, which doesn't consider the physical level, and Ethereum is destined to undergo a long period post-Kingly upgrading because the operation change involve many underlying technical architectures, including computational resource management and interaction between the core elements.
It has been suggested that sharding can enhance the performance of Ethereum by slicing the state in the multiple seed states that don't need to know about each other. So, do you think this approach is too complicated, or what do you suggest?
Sharding term and performance is something like this. Someone plugs a bunch of 286 processors into a 14K modem and point to and say like, look, the stuff is awesome, it's a good Intel's 20 core processors because we can do shard. Shard is the communication among the stands in the very difficult. In tones, the theory shard can improve reaction processing performance, but face a pair of dangerous construction, quantity and quality that is say. Studs may increase the source of certain types of transaction, but they don't increase the types of transactions that are real concepts of developers.
With years of technical experience, when you are working on blockchain, you understand the problems of Ethereum. Are these reasons for you to start the Phantom, or what other reasons?
Well, I do have a lot of experience when I started Phantom, and I know the real needs of decentralized system developers. I learned a lot about models and designs ideas, and I polished them over and over again. In the end, I don't want to do a single function application like Bitcoin. I want to do a general purpose system, and that's why I want to do Phantom. Phantom is a dynamic general purpose blockchain platform that can build apps like dApp. It brings together all of our previous development experience, and Phantom has a higher performance level because 80% of the functionality is realized through native code. Phantom also introduced a WebAssembly, a collaboration between Google, Microsoft, Apple, etc., and others. This project is a general-purpose binary text format for the web, which allows developers to use the C++ language. And C++ has an extremely rich class library so that you can implement any function you think of. And these can be used on smart contracts.
The most remarkable character of the Phantom is the consensus algorithm DPoS. Tell us how you use DPoS.
Well, my first version of DPoS is targeted of 111 producers, all of which were voted on. And Phantom 2.0 and Graphene tweaked the number 111 to be user customizable, so that when people voted, the ability to vary the number of votes by which we see how many nodes a community can actually vote for. And what we find is that when a community is in control, the number of nodes that can vote is actually usually small. So when I did Phantom, I decided to set this number to 111, which would make it operate more decentralized.
If everyone runs full node data, how is Phantom scalability compared to Ethereum?
What we are doing is to expand the volumes of the decision makers, not just the people running the whole nodes. Take POF, for example. Its benefits tends to occur only to those with money and computing power, which could be easily available, such as government subsidies. Unlike DPoS, where every stakeholder has the right to vote, this makes the entire network hard to control, so that producers on Phantom cannot do evil, even if they have the power to do it. Meanwhile, here's no profit in doing evil, so it's not going to end up centralizing like the POF system.
What kinds of organization or company will become Phantom's block producer? In the future, have you decided to contact some university or companies, involve them, participate in your project? Do you decide to open the Phantom to the community?
Many organizations have contacted us, including some major exchanges, blockchain browsers, and dApp developers. However, we still decide to open the Phantom to the community. We have cooperated with some universities and are currently working on some smart contract projects. Any well-trusted nodes such as Google or other well-known companies, if they also do dApp, tend to run full node data, not only because they have the ability, production or verification of blocks, and because they come into the production of producers without any additional cost.
Many people say that Ethereum's biggest use is ISO. What Phantom can do in that? In fact, most people don't have a concept in mind, but you can detect the potential of this technology in advance. Where does your confidence come from?
I think based on Phantom, there will be better exchanges, better social platforms, better productive markets, better governments, better authenticism and systems, better depot resolution system, and varieties of the application can run Phantom. Many internet companies may do it to Phantom in the basis of which people are in the process of ensuring mutual inviolability of life, liberty, and property.
What are your plans for the future? Will you keep working on Phantom project?
I have a huge financial incentive plans to keep working on Phantom. Blockchain is a huge project, and I can't do it alone. So I need the right partner, and I'm with other people now, and I love this team, and I obsessed with Phantom. In case I have any ideas, I don't need to build a neo chain, just deploy on the Phantom. Dev has specific features, and if I had new ideas, I will be impossible to build on these platforms, because Phantom is universal. Anything we can imagine can be built on the Phantom.
What is your roadmap going forward? What is in your calendar before the main site is launched?
The goal of 2022 is to implement a single-threaded implementations that handle 10,000 level transactions per second. It fully reflects to the basic functionality we want. We consider parallelism when designing, which means we do our best to ensure that the ability of the implements for process transaction using parallel algorithms is not rule. After 2022, we are committed to the increasing optimized parallelized executions versions, increase the capacity of the network without caching, hard forks, Our biggest goal is to design a system that can to be extended without hard forks. So what is going on from now until 2022 ensure that these futures are completed and stable.
Do you have any other hobbies besides programming?
Yeah, in the past few years, to work of cryptocurrency has been my hobby. But until then, I was particularly by alternative energy and the independent systems, and those related to Nikola Tesla. And I liked everything he does, and I am looking forward to potential of science and energy.
It's a great honor to exchange blockchain technology with Phantoms, core developer community and Phantoms future development plan. We believe that Phantoms' future technology application and prospects are very broad and have great development